Hi, happy Wednesday, and welcome to Now, the fun show hosted by me, Curtis P. Today we're kicking the entire show off talking about some very big news happening in the world of gaming, that would be. It has to all do with The Sims 4 and, more importantly, the building mode inside of The Sims 4. Yes, today is that glorious day in which I can actually talk about it because I went to Sim Camp, of course, last month. Checked out build mode, it was absolutely amazing. And now I get to actually tell all of the really cool things to you. So that's awesome. So to start it all off, build mode has been entirely rethought, at least to a certain point. It makes it a lot easier for someone who's never used build mode before to go into build mode and actually build a fairly nice house. But at the same time, for someone like myself who wants all of the power to create and tweak everything, that is still all there. Starting off, you can still, of course, draw all of your walls out like you would wish, or you can place pre-built rooms, then you can actually pull the walls out in different directions to actually form the room you want. But say you place that room just like one square too far to the left. What would you do? In The Sims 3 thinking, you would have to delete the entire room, then rebuild it one square to the left. Now in The Sims 4, you can just pick up that whole room and move it over. You can move rooms anywhere on the lot. You can even drag them between levels, which is kind of cool. You can also change the height of walls on different levels. That means, hey, maybe on the bottom level, you have like a fairly high ceiling. Give that sort of glorious big house feel. Then on the upper floors, you have more of like a medium-sized ceiling, just to give that more comfort feeling when you're inside of your room. Because the last thing you want is just like crazy high ceiling and you're like, is there something hiding up in the corner? Because something probably is. Up in that dark corner, there is always something hiding there. Probably a spider. It's gonna like come down and bite you in the neck when you're sleeping. Ah! But that's my thought on high walls. Let's talk about roofs next. Yes, the roofing tool got a brand new update as well, kind of bringing this whole drag and drop mentality into the world of The Sims. Meaning now you simply place down a simple roof section and you can pull it and stretch it into cover your entire house. You can also change the contour of the roof, which is kind of cool. You can create more of like a barn roof type thing, or you can create sort of like a pengo, I don't know how to say it, roof sort of thing, and that's really nice. You got a couple of different shapes there. Beyond that, you can also change individual roof section colors. That means if you want like a brick roof or something up on this side, and then on this side you want it like wood shingles, you can now do that. You no longer have to have the same roofing type across your entire house. To finish off the bottom of your house, you get a brand new foundation tool. No longer will you build a house and then realize, probably should have put a foundation on that. To which in The Sims 3 world, you would have to delete the whole house and then put a foundation and rebuild the whole house. No longer do you have to do that inside of The Sims 4. No, you just click a button and it goes poof, then there's a foundation. You can then drag a simple slider to raise or lower the foundation height. And a cool thing with this, any connecting stairs that kind of allow your Sims to get up and down off of the foundation will expand and contract in order to actually like cope with the different height. So that's kind of a cool thing. It's sort of like adapting to the different variables that you change. Touching a little bit more on the stairs here, you no longer have to pick the exact width of your stairs when you're placing them. No, now you can place them and stretch them to whatever length you want, which is pretty freaking sweet, and it seems to be like the overwhelming theme inside of The Sims 4, which is like place something and then drag it and mold it in whatever way you want, which I just have to say is pretty freaking sweet. It makes it a lot easier. It's a lot more like less thinking of like, how should this be in the future, and more like, I want that wall over here, and you just drag it and it's good to go. So that's talking all about building your house, but what about furnishing it? That's another thing that's like a big part of the build by menu. Well, if you're a person that has a problem putting items inside of a house and you're like, I don't know how this is supposed to look, well, the brand new magazine view is going to make it easier for you. You just open up the magazine view, it's a beautiful area, kind of like an IKEA catalog. You're like, you know what, I want that chair right there. Well, you click on it, you drag it, you drop it into your house, and boom! You now have that chair that was once in the catalog that is now in your room. It's pretty freaking cool, though. What if you wanted the whole room? Like, have you ever looked at a catalog and you're like, that room looks amazing, and then you have to like figure out how to replicate it? Well, the Sims 4 team has actually solved that age-old problem. Meaning now you can, instead of just picking the chair out of the whole room, you can get the whole room. You just grab the room, place it on your lot, and boom! You have a magazine-style room on your lot. For myself, that's freaking cool because I want that in real life. I went shopping at IKEA recently and I was like, I want this! And then I had to figure out how to replicate it and it just didn't work. But in The Sims 4, you can do that. It is so cool. There's a multitude of different bedrooms, bathrooms, kitchens, dining rooms, living rooms, a bunch of different areas you can select from and choose from. They also come in different color palettes, so maybe you want like a blue type bedroom or a red type bedroom or a green type bedroom. You can select that, then place the whole room. And don't fear if the room is not the right size, you can still drag it and stretch it into the proper room configuration that you want. So overall, the new buy mode, still freaking cool. Though, of course, you can still go in and grab individual pieces outside of the main catalog, or you can use the new magazine view. So now we have our rooms and we have, of course, our furniture in it, but you forgot one big thing, that being windows. Well, the Sims 4 team is here to help you out because maybe you don't know where to place your windows. Well, there's a brand new tool that will auto-place windows for you. That's right, just select the window type that you want, click auto place, and boom, the computer will figure out the nicest placement for windows around your room. Also, keeping in mind, maybe you have like a painting on the wall. Well, the computer is smart enough to realize, let's not put a window there. So it, of course, won't. And after the computer places down all of the windows, don't fret, you can go in and move the windows or delete one or two of them if you don't like the placement. Basically, the Sims 4 team is just nicely giving you a starting ground to which you can easily tweak it, and then boom, you're done. Beautiful looking house. Which I have to say, for someone who's probably gonna place the windows all themselves, I think it's awesome for people who don't want to do that. Because you know what? Sometimes you just wanna build a house and then get on with playing the game. And I understand that, and that is what this tool is for. Moving to the outside of the house, there are new porch accents for all of you. Also, you can now place columns inside of the railing, which is really nice. You can kind of do it in The Sims 3 now, but you have to use a cheat code, which is kind of annoying. But now it's built right into The Sims 4. You can do it without entering any cheat codes. And for those out there who may or may not have seen the leaked image in one of the videos that EA released, yes, there are brand new curved fences, but not curved walls. No, sorry to say this, I was kind of sad to see this, but of course I understand there are curved fences, but not curved walls. Also, just to note, you cannot draw the curve, you have to grab a pre-built curve and place it. Which I understand here because it's kind of hard to get the grid system to draw a curve, so if it's just pre-built, it's a lot easier to grab it, drop it, and then you can stretch it after. But again, just want to stress the idea, there are no curved walls. Sorry guys, no curved walls. I wanted to see them, but at least we have curved fences, and maybe, just maybe, everybody cross your fingers, that could lead to walls in the future. So that's all the main Sims 4 related building information. Of course, there is no release date yet for The Sims 4. The only thing EA has said is it will come out in 2014 sometime. My guess is in the early part of 2014, though again, that is a guess. But the way that the Sims team is going with The Sims 4, it looks awesome. Of course, creative style showing a lot of like the pull and tug sort of idea. And of course, build mode keeping this idea that you can just go in and reach and pull and drag and reform the house to your desire. So basically that's all the information I have about The Sims 4 building mode and everything like that, though I do have interviews with Ryan Vaughn and Aaron Hout, he's actually the building designer, coming on the next episode of the simulation. So with all the talk about The Sims 4 and everything Sims 4 related, what do you think about the game? Are you excited for it? Are you kind of skeptical about a few things? Let me know in the comments below. You can also, of course, let me know on my Facebook page, Twitter account, or through Google+. Links to all that and the other topics I talked about on today's episode in the description down below. There are many links down there. You can go and check them out if you wish. Of course, if you like today's show, why not hit that like button, subscribe, and maybe even share the show with your friends. Until tomorrow, I'm Curtis Parody, and that's what's happening now.